This is the altcoin market cap chart zoomed out on the monthly. I get it. Everybody, if you're out there holding altcoins, I am too. And I feel the pain. I realize it. It's kind of like we feel like stranded. Like the bull market forgot about altcoins. Bitcoin right now sitting around 50% higher than last cycle's all-time high. Meanwhile, we have Ethereum around 90% away from last cycle's all-time high. We have XRP 53% away. We have ADA 389%. That's failure. That is failure, right? That's what's going on here, right? If we go look at the altcoin market cap chart once again, there's no bull market that has occurred. It almost looks like we're still in a bear market. In this video, I want to give you a way different perspective on these charts than I've been doing. And I think it's going to be helpful to a lot of people. A lot of people mistake my bullishness, my optimism, my relentless perseverance for just being like my eyes are closed. I'm not waking up to reality. I'm ignoring everything. But it's the exact opposite that is true. The data is what drives me to be very bullish. And the opportunity that is before us, or anybody that's actually paying attention, it's just massive. The risk reward here is incredibly powerful. So hit the subscribe, hit the like on the way in. If you're not in our intelligence system, check it out. We have a 40% sale going on still right now. This is an Ethereum risk model sitting at 33. I'm going to discuss that in relation to what I'm about to show you. But let's just jump into this video. I want to start with this. This is incredibly important. Two things. Number one, I realize a lot of people think this move is happening. I keep talking about it. But if you go look at the Fed balance sheet, right? This is what was happening. Just to give you a very strong visualization. This was the top of Bitcoin's last bull market. That topping out that we just looked at. Many people saying, hey, we're there again. We're at the exact opposite in terms of what is going to happen from a Fed monetary perspective. We are bottoming out on quantitative tightening and getting ready to go into something more like this, right? Here's something more like this, expansion phase. So please keep that in mind as I'm working through all of these charts. That is heavily playing into where my mind is at right now. The second thing that I want to show or want to talk about, and then I'm going to look at these charts. This is the different perspective I'm about to give you. It looks weird, but just bear with me because I think it's going to give you a different perspective. ETH ETF inflows, $112 million yesterday. BlackRock and Fidelity keep buying more Ethereum. This was a post from today. Just look at this. 112 million, 240 million the day before, 125 million the day before, 52 million the day before. Do you realize this? BlackRock, Fidelity, they are continuing to buy. Institutions are continuing to buy while you go read the comments right now in this video as you're watching. Even maybe in the first 5 minutes, you'll see. So institutions buying while our risk score is sitting at 33, a moderate buy right now. This on this chart, and again, there can be choppiness, but we are still in pre-bull market territory for Ethereum. The risk is lower on Ethereum right now. And so if you look at previous cycles, this risk score of the 30s, it is pre-bull market area. This is while institutions are buying and while altcoin charts are just continually just suppressed. The compression here on this chart is like something we've never seen before. So here's the different perspective. Here's Bitcoin last cycle. And I really mean this. This is last cycle's Bitcoin, not now. Look at Bitcoin hovering above all-time high in December 2020. It's just doing its thing. It's all-time highs. It's $25,000. The previous cycle was like around $19,000-$20,000. At that moment, here's what the Ethereum chart looked like. Check it out. So Bitcoin's above all-time highs, and Ethereum is 115% from all-time highs. Sound familiar? Right now, Ethereum 90%. Man, I guess at that time, it was game over for Ethereum, right? Bitcoin's doing its thing, bull run. Ethereum's not. Failure. XRP. Check out the XRP chart. Last cycles. Bitcoin's at all-time high at this moment. XRP 500% away from all-time highs. And by the way, you can see all of the XRP chart is not here. It's gone. We're just looking back at where we were at this moment. This was 2020. So XRP right now, as we just saw at the beginning of the video, around 50% away from all-time highs. Now, let's go look at ADA. Here's ADA. in 2020. Look at it. It was game over. It was failure. You can go back probably in my videos and look at the comments about Cardano at the time. It was game over. ADA was 700 some percent from all-time highs. And you can see now ADA is almost 400% away from all-time highs. But again, if you reset these charts and we go back to reality, this is what the chart is looking like now. This is it. We are very much in a very similar environment to right here. And especially from, again, a Fed monetary policy, we have global liquidity just increasing. M2 global liquidity is just continually increasing. We are, in my opinion, not here. We are, in my opinion, more like here in a different sense, in a more healthy sense. Look at the compression on the altcoin charts. And again, everybody, I just want to say this. I do not know how this will play out, but as I'm sitting here and tracking these cycles for almost 8 years now, in terms of altcoins, in terms of crypto space in general, I'm liking the risk reward. I'm liking the balance here. And if anything, it does get a little bit rough reading a lot of the sentiment that is out there as a content creator. It gets rough. It gets exhausting for me sometimes. But I will say, at the core of it, it really also drives my bullishness, because those are not comments that I get when we're right here, when we're at a top of a bull market, when everybody's just bullish. It's just not. But that's the sign that it is the top of a bull market. When things get very negative in an environment like this, when we have a risk score like this on Ethereum, XRP sitting at a 43 in hold territory. And this is pre-bull market move for XRP in terms of XRP's charts. We go to Cardano. Cardano right now sitting at a 34 pre-bull market territory. But again, even on this chart, very compressed, right? So these risk models are incredibly useful. They are not just completely absolute in terms of, hey, this is how it's going to play out. This is how it's going to go. But I will say, at least we are, from a risk standpoint, just compressing multiple times in a different, we're at a similar score, pre-bull market score as previous cycle, but the consolidation is even more healthy on these altcoin charts than we've ever seen. Right? So we go back to the total crypto market cap chart on the monthly, and we just look at this. Look at the stock RSI, quicker moving momentum oscillator on this altcoin chart. It is oversold right now. The compression continues on this RSI, the slower moving momentum oscillator, and we're just here. We're compressing, we're consolidating. And you know what? We zoom in on the total crypto market cap chart. Maybe there's more volatility. Maybe there's more pain. Maybe there's more just consolidation. Even from a technical perspective, the swing low that we had in April to this previous swing high, maybe something drives altcoins to put in a higher low, right? And we're kind of making a similar consolidation as like right back here in this consolidation from August 2024, meaning just continued just compression and consolidation on something like this daily chart, right? Maybe it is just choppiness and just unknown. But you know what? While that's happening, we are pivoting out of quantitative tightening. Interest rates are getting ready to come down. And guess what? Right now, institutions are buying Ethereum, and they are getting set up with their altcoin ETFs to start buying altcoins. We're in a new era. It requires incredible patience. I will say that. But we are in a new era. And in terms of just, if you want exposure to crypto, it's obviously your choice. I'm not here to convince you of anything. I'm just trying to portray my bullishness, and I'm going to be confident about the data that I'm tracking. I'm not just going to, if it's a red monthly candle, I'm just going to sit here and do bearish videos, and then we turn green and I'm bullish all of a sudden. I am just on the macro. I'm a long-term bullish macro investor in this space. So that's why I continually come at you with kind of more optimistic, bullish content. And yes, that's even when we have red candles. Yes, it's even when we're kind of about to break out all-time highs and we fall 50% on the altcoin charts, because I'm tracking the macro here. And you can just see from bear market lows, by the way, altcoins are up, right? This altcoin chart is up. So I thought this was very useful to kind of give this different take in terms of like where we were, Bitcoin breaking all-time high last cycle, and altcoins just so far away. And you can just see, Ada does an excellent job of illustrating that. And guess what? It played out pretty well last cycle. And last cycle, we didn't have all the fundamentals in place for crypto. We didn't have just mass global and institutional interest in the space. So let it compress. Balance your risk. This is just me presenting my data and what I'm seeing and how I'm seeing these charts. And really, at the end of the day, nobody knows what's going to happen. But I do want to let you know, as an altcoin holder, I get it. I really do. It does have that feeling where it's just like, man, Bitcoin's broken out. It's just doing its thing at all-time high, and altcoins aren't. What's the deal? I get that. I really do. But I put that feeling aside, and I'm just like, let me see. Let me go. Let me dig into the data. Let me see what's going on. And this is what I'm seeing. So these are just my thoughts. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Hit the subscribe. Hit that like. If you want to get into our risk models, we don't have every single asset back here. We have a bunch of altcoins. But you can go to the exit planner, and you can use risk mode to use our risk models to plan your exits on many of these assets, including Bitcoin. And we have other on-chain metrics back there. So check the sale out if you're interested. Either way, I appreciate you watching. I will see you all in the next video. God bless.